What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of the new episode 24. It has been a while since I've been able to jump on here and talk to you guys. Super excited to talk about some new figure announcements, and we're going to touch on a couple serious moments in here as well, but a little bit of pop culture news as well as a couple movie information that we're going to drop as well. So let's get it.
I was built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past, I'm all achieving. Got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. If they break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I want to be the best.
Like I said, here we are, another episode of the new episode number 24. Feels like we should be on episode number 60 right now, but guys, I have been slacking, I guess you could say. It's been a while. Super excited to talk to you all. Want some people jump in here tonight. Or even if you're checking this out on the playback, appreciate you guys checking me out on here. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can be the first one to know about new content that I drop on a week-to-week basis. But you know what? Let's just dive up in here and let's go ahead and check out what is new in the Hot Toys world. So of course, let's just start. Let's start from the bottom. There's so much stuff to cover that I haven't been able to talk about in the past couple of months, but I'm not gonna go too far in depth. We're not gonna talk about Star Wars. I'm sorry, guys. It's not my thing. But we are gonna talk about this Thor from Thor: Love and Thunder. This is probably the fourth installment, I believe, or third installment, right? Nope, fourth installment in the Thor I guess you can say franchise within Marvel Studios. And this was probably for a lot of people out there, as we know, Leo, least favorite, right? They made this super sad story become something that was overly comedic and a lot of jokes I didn't even find funny. But I would say this figure, it looks pretty good. My only thing is that this head sculpt looks more like Dark World Thor, I think, right? Opposed to this version of Thor that we got to see in Love and Thunder, which I think is not strange, but it's just different, I guess. I don't know. I hated this mask. I still hate it when I'm looking at it right now. It just seems over the top. Like it doesn't seem like the Thor we've been rooting for and and excited to see every time he appears in the past 12 years is Chris Hemsworth. This version is just it's just different. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, but let me know, guys. What do you think about this one? Is this something you're gonna pick up? For me, I was on the fence. I mean, I have the version from Infinity War, which I thought is amazing, right? Didn't get Fat Thor, but I got the other version where Mjolnir is actually a little bit smaller than the newer build versions with that Groot arm. But still, I think it's an amazing figure. And I'm happy with that one being my representation on my shelf. But this one right here, I mean, it is very different. This color pattern is very bright, vibrant. I guess because this explored into the Greek mythology part of the story. But it's strange because this color scheme came about before we even got to know that any Greek gods were even going to be featured in this film. So didn't really match up. Didn't really make sense. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think about this one. It really just looks like the other suit, but just repainted and touched up with gold. But I think the least favorite part about it is these electrical pieces coming out of his eyes. Like, what is that? I mean, it seems like they kind of overdid it with these plastic pieces as well. I mean, if they were to give us something new and different, I'm pretty sure these lights in his chest pieces are not this bright. They're never this bright. I'm pretty sure this is Photoshop editing. But if anything is going to be unnecessary, it's definitely going to be these damn plastic pieces in his eyeballs. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Wow, that's kind of strange. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you think about this one. If this was the way I would showcase or display this figure, it would be like this. It would not be any other way. But I think it looks good. Let me know, like I said, down in the comments below. Even if you guys are checking this one out on the playback. Let's get into another one that was just recently, I guess, announced, not released. But this is the updated version of the armor suit from Dawn of Justice from BVS, Zack Snyder film. This film came out a while ago, and it seems like they're revisiting a lot of stuff, trying to retool it, of course, giving us updates, new body styles, making these figures more accurate as far as the bulk and the dynamics and dimensions of the body types, which makes sense. Because I had some gripes about, I guess, a lot of my figures as far as the height wise. Like my Spider-Man, Tom Holland is what, like 5'6", maybe. And I know Brie Larson is pretty short too, but they have them like the same height. But Thor is maybe like a couple centimeters bigger. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I don't know how tall Shang-Chi is in real life, but it just seems like there's a couple inaccuracies. I mean, maybe I'm being over the top or overly critical. But we collect, and this is what we do. We got to be overly critical, I guess, at this time. I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. So yeah, it does come with the exact same accessories from what I'm seeing for the most part. This is supposedly the 2.0 deluxe version though. So it does have a swap out chest piece as well as the broken or damaged mask. I have heard just from being on Lael's channel yesterday, Once a Scale Man, so go follow over there if you haven't already. Amazing, great content over there. Number one guy to get your news from, honestly. Amazing job. But yeah, I mean, part of this figure, I believe, is die cast. From what I've heard, I think it actually shows you in the photos. I think one of the best the best attributes to this suit is the white eyes. Like that's just, for me, it just takes the cake as Batman. Like those eyes just glowing in like a rainy scene is like, oh, super menacing. This is the first time I'm actually being able to see the undertones of the suit that are underneath this armored outfit, which I think is really, really cool to see now. A lot more wear and tear as far as the textures that are added to the paint jobs on these. So it looks really good. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be able to jump on this, or hopefully, I mean, they have enough supply that everybody can get one. But it's going to be a while before you see a 3.0. So if you want this, guys, I would definitely get out there and make sure you pre-order. Because as we know, a lot of the places or a sideshow are not really buying into getting huge amount of stocks where things are just going to sit. There's going to be a limit to everything, I think. So yeah. But no, this looks really, really good. I mean, obviously you can tell that is Ben Affleck underneath. There's no doubt about that. We've seen some figures that they've done where you get this, the shell of a face or a half of damaged helmet or headset where you can see part of the actual actor's face. And it's like, no, that's not them under there. But they nailed it on this one. This one looks really, really good. But where do they get down into the detail? I think in here they actually tell us which part. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so these parts are actually die-cast metal. So the shin guards as well as the shoulder pads, the chest, and the helmet. He is a baseball catcher in the major leagues, is what I'm seeing. Why not? It looks really, really good though. I think it's going to add a little bit more weight and a lot of more textural accuracy to these figures, or to this figure for a lot of people or a lot of collectors. Because when you're looking at this suit compared to holding a Superman from BVS, you would kind of think, okay, there's some counterweight difference here because one's going to be obviously bigger than the other, which makes sense. So yeah, this was really, really good. Man, it just reminds me so much of the Frank Miller comic, The Dark Knight. So very, very excited about this one. And as you guys know, as always, not getting that shit, but still looks really, really good. And let's go into, I want to say our last one, but this is one I definitely want to add to my collection because it is just so different. Just so different. I guess you can call it the ketchup and mustard version of Daredevil. I think it's a really cool suit. We recently got to see, I guess, I want to say a snippet, but we got to actually see a full-on photo version of his new suit that he'll be wearing in Daredevil Born Again. Before that, we got to see the kind of like, I guess, red and black. You really couldn't see much. It was very, very dark in the show for the little scene that he was in. So a lot of people are saying, oh, yeah, it's a red and black suit. I really can't tell. It just looks like a bunch of shadows bouncing off his burgundy outfit that he had previously in the show Echo, which is on Disney Plus currently right now. So if you haven't checked that out, do you want to check it out? Really, really great series. The ending was a little lackluster for me, but I think they ended it as best as they could with such a short limited series. They definitely needed more episodes to be able to explain the story of Maya a little bit better. But it is what it is, like I said. But yeah, this actually looks pretty good. I mean, the photography definitely sets it off. It gives you a lot of ideas of the poses and how you can really use the hands with this figure. I do really love the head sculpt. And they do such a great job with Charlie Cox's head sculpt. And the photographer, honestly, is really making this photo shine. I mean, even the way he's gripping his staff is like, you know, I don't want to generalize it. It's like seeing a blind person hold something, you know, trying to figure out things or what to say, you know, like where they are, where they're placed. So it looks really, really good. God, I really want this in hand too. I know a lot of people were bagging on that She-Hulk because the series didn't come out how they wanted it to, but these are some of the cool things that we get from it. There's so many figures that we haven't gotten that I'm actually surprised about. Just to point out a few. Namor. Don't know what's going on there. None of the Marvels from the Marvels. This Marvel had our own show, didn't get one. I think her reviews were better than She-Hulk's and still didn't get a figure. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. But this looks really, really good, especially with him on the rooftop like this. They really are trying to cultivate this figure to have a high resonating presence on a lot of people's shelf. I think it's still going to look really, really good, but I don't know. I want to get this, but then I'm also kind of torn because I'm like, all right, if I buy this, when that Born Again version comes out, if it does, it will. Let's be honest, guys. Daredevil's a seller, so hence why they made this version. Will I feel torn and want to not have two Daredevils on my shelf and want to switch up to get that? Tough one. Definitely leaving a lot of people on the tiffy. That's going to be tough. But what do you guys think? Like, is this going to be something that you're going to end up adding, or would you rather skip it and wait for a better version to come out? The accessories are definitely limited. There's not really much. But it looks really, really good, honestly. She-Hulk, man, didn't get no love at all. That's super crazy. Let me go in here. Hold on. Let's see. Because it is so quiet. I hate listening to how quiet it is. Hold on. This. I don't think this. Okay, yeah, I picked this. Sorry. I was about to trash it and be like, what song is this? Like, what the heck? Kind of find out. Song I put on here. Let me know. But yeah, guys, once again, thank you for being here in the collection. We're not done. We're going to talk about a couple other things. So recently I was able to see a couple films that I thought are really going to come to grip for a lot of people. And this is not a movie review, but if you like to see my movie review on these films, you can check me out at media.com. And I'm over there quite a bit, honestly. Doing movie reviews, red carpets, the whole nine. But I'll leave the link down in the description, and you guys can check it out there as well. The first one I want to talk about is Civil War. This A24 produced film recently came out, I believe, on April 12th, last week. Really great film, to be honest with you. A lot of people, I think, are underestimating it. It is going to be a wake-up call for a lot of people, just to show them what can happen to this country if the wrong hands get a hold of it. Another film that I got to see is the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That one stars, of course, Henry Cavill. Let's see, Lise Westenberg, as well as, God, what is that dude's name from the Reacher films? I think his name's Alan. Yep, Alan Richardson. Dude is a monster in this film. The character dynamics between all of them, and come to find out, when you see the film, don't want to spoil it for anybody out there, but there will be several historical nods in the film that we didn't know about until, I guess, the secret diaries or the secret mission vault was unlocked way after the death of the former God, what was he like? He wasn't a chairman, but hold on. Prime Minister Winston Churchill, which I believe is actually, the documents were unsealed, I think, back in like 2022. But Guy Ritchie somehow got copies of this, and of course he added a little bit of dramatic effect, as well as over exaggerated some of the fight scenes. I'm pretty sure, but that came out marvelous, man, and actually premieres tomorrow on the 19th of April, and I hope you guys get to go see it. And then I will actually be doing a review next week, or weekly recaps of The Sympathizer on Max. It actually premiered on, got way too many dates I can remember, it was crazy. It actually premiered on the 14th of April. I'm doing weekly recaps that will drop every Sunday morning up until May 19th. So it is a limited series. It's pretty short, but it is something to check out. Yeah, so let's get into the serious version of this whole entire thing. Okay. So I will be, in the next week or so, doing a raffle. I'm going to be giving away 2 of my Hot Toy figures on selection right now. I'll be giving up I will be donating to my own raffle my Mysterio from Spider-Man Far From Home, as well as it's going to be paired up. And I don't consider this a figure, it's just an extra piece, and I think it's really cool to have. The Mysterio drones as well. I'll be giving away those 2 figures, and then I'll be also giving away my Quicksilver of Ultron. All these are very pristine condition. But I'm just looking for you guys to check me out, and let's just see. There's one serious thing I want to talk on, and this is why I'm doing the raffle, honestly, is to not only bring awareness, but also bring contribution to helping a really good cause. What's going on, Local Loot? What's going on, bro? I haven't talked to you in a while, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. But yeah, let's get into it. So I have a nephew, and he right now is. Okay, so this is my nephew Stefan. He just turned 5 years old. Loves to do things like all little boys like to do, just trying to grow and figure out life, which is understandable. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cavernous malformation in 2022. He's gone through several surgeries up until this point, and recently, in his most recent surgery, he actually has not been able to regain consciousness. So there are doctors in Atlanta that are willing to help and work with Stefan to get him on a long and hard road to recovery, but it is light for us to be able to help and support and be able to get him back to his original self. So it is a super high cost. Medical things are super expensive. Everybody knows that in the world. It's the number one moneymaker, which is crazy. And because Stefan cannot travel to Atlanta from North Carolina because of his condition, they are requesting that we try to buy these things, and they will come up and show his parents how to use the tools to help Stefan recover. So what I'm asking people to do is, if you're watching this, if you're watching the playback, or you're watching it live right now, go ahead and check out the link down at the bottom. If you guys want to donate, this will automatically enter you into the raffle. All I ask is, after you do donate, I'm not looking for any certain amount. It could be $1 to whatever you think. I'm not looking for any certain amount to get you into this raffle at all. It's up to you at the end of the day. But if you go ahead and donate, go ahead and shoot me your name, your email address, and I will enter you into the raffle. We will do the drawing for the raffle next Thursday, which would be... What day is that? Oh, that's Friday. Okay. It would be... Is that right? What the heck? Man, this month is gone. It will be April 25th. So, yeah, if you find it in your heart, and you want to contribute, then here's the link down the bottom. You can go and check it out. And like I said, to enter yourself into the raffle, do not do it as anonymous, because I cannot add you to the raffle if you put it as anonymous. Put your name. We want to be able to know who's doing this, donating, because one, we want to thank you for helping out, and choosing to give someone, that really needs it at this time. And two, I want to be able to enter you into the raffle. I'm giving away these 2, 3, I guess 2.5 type figures, I guess you could say, because one is drones, so it's not really a figure, but and I want to be able to thank you as well, for helping someone that I care about, reach a goal to potentially save their life. So yeah, man, thank you guys for joining me and dropping in. What's going on, Leo? Appreciate you stopping through, bro. What's good? And if you guys, have time, like, share, comment, and repost, GoFundMe. Any support is great support. It just doesn't have to come in the form of money at all. Like, it can come in, best wishes, prayers. I think everything is definitely accepted and wanted, at this time. But yeah, thank you guys for checking me out here at Cam's Collection for another episode of the new episode number 24. We're definitely going to get a lot more frequent on here. You guys are going to get sick of my face. I am just not consistent enough on this shit, and I'm going to get better. Shout out to, the Collectors Group, Collectors International. Shout out to Leo, Local Lou, everybody out there. Appreciate you guys stopping through. And if you guys are checking this out on the playback, make sure you like, subscribe, that notification button. Check out the link below. Until next time, I will catch you guys August 20th. first. Peace.
Always been too fast with my lips on weed, and I can change the past. I'm achieving, got my foot on the gas, never stop competing. And break like glass, now this life's coming in.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud disease.